Support for Heard That is brought to you in part by Zoetis. Zoetis is the world's leading animal health company whose name stems from the Greek word for life. For more information, follow them on their social media or visit zoetisus.com/beef. That's zoetisus.com/beef for Zoetis, the world's leading animal health company.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Heard That, your beef industry podcast. I'm Moses Mike, your general director, host, all hosts of things, really. And I'm here with some amazing people on the panel today. I'm going to, first of all, say congratulations to Dr. Zach McFarling for coming back.
Oh.
No, he's been out for a little while. He was sick for a little bit, and we're really happy to have him back. He's really the engine behind what we do here on Heard That. I'm the communicator. He's the industry expert, so we love him, and we're happy that he's back.
Glad to be back.
And so we have another expert with us today, Anna Khan, our nutrition expert.
Woo! Yay!
And so Anna really takes care of our 1, 2, 3s of beef segment on the show, and also just provides a little bit of context in terms of the nutrition aspect of any cut of beef that we're talking about or that we have on our table.
Maybe some comedy too.
I heard
Who knows?
all of that. I heard all of it.
I don't want to call her the comic relief specifically,
but
you know.
fine. You can call me whatever. That's fine. Comic
Okay,
relief.
whatever.
Sure.
Do you have a last name? No, don't answer that.
Khan.
And
That's my last name.
whatever Khan. All right. And so, comic relief for reals. And so we have two amazing guests that flew in, drove in, boated in from all the way from the Bay Area, is what I understand?
All the way, yes.
All the way from the Bay Area. We have Natalie and Clayton Koopman. I have been practicing saying that for the past 5 hours just so that I get it correctly. And, you know, I'm going to have them introduce themselves. And it's not so much that I don't know these guests because I've done a little bit of research on them specifically, but they do wear different hats, and we're going to understand and tackle one of the specific hats today. So I'm going to start it off with Natalie, since Clayton had the media training. I want to see the vibe that Natalie has.
Oh boy.
And you know, we could give you like a stage name or something. But anyways, go ahead, Natalie. What, where, how? Give us the background.
Oh boy. Okay. So I kind of wear a lot of different hats in the different fields that I am a part of. First and foremost, I am a wife and a mother. And then, you know, my husband and I, we run cattle in the Bay Area, and we have a farm-to-table company called...
You need to stop right now.
Oh.
How do you own a cow cattle operation in the Bay Area? What is that? So, can you talk about that a little bit before we go back into it?
Oh,
because I'm surprised by that.
Well, really, I just married into it, but... So Clayton is the 5th generation rancher, and his family has been on that ranch for over 100 years. So I think that history is special for him to talk about. But yeah, we ranch in a very urban area and create some unique opportunities for consumers. And I think to bring it all full circle, we started a beef direct business about 3 years ago now, and we sell wholes, halves, and also cuts of meat. And so we have pickup at the ranch, and then we ship to all the lower 48 states. And
I didn't realize it was that
That's so
extensive.
Cool. Yeah.
So your box beef business has grown that much?
Yeah. So I actually shipped a box to South Carolina just this morning. So
Wait. I'm going to ask a really dumb question here. When you say the lower 48, you're talking about not the lower 48 counties in California. You're talking about the lower 48 states of the United States.
Definitely.
From the Bay Area.
Yes.
Where it's really urban.
What's
Yes.
the new frontier? Alaska, Hawaii? We're not quite there yet.
We're not there yet. No,
Canada.
shipping to Hawaii has its challenges. But no, my dad always joked when I was younger and said that because my family didn't come specifically from agriculture, it was something I had a passion for and pursued through college. And he always joked and said that I wouldn't be able to survive on a ranch anywhere because I need to be within 15 minutes of a Nordstrom's. So living where I live, I have...
It's the best of both worlds.
Yeah, I have the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
I have Nordstrom's 15 minutes away, and then I live on a ranch. So, yeah, it works out great.
I think this is the first time I've been jealous on this podcast because, like, that's the life, right? Like, if you think about it, if you're on a ranch and you're 15 minutes from the a big mall, that's the life I want to live. I don't want to live too far from any restaurant. Anyways.
And Clayton's like, actually, if we could be at least 15 hours from the nearest Nordstrom,
outstanding. Yeah.
You wish you could chop wood in the Alaskan frontier and not talk to anybody.
Well, since we jumped over to Clayton, why wouldn't we ask Clayton to introduce himself? And, Natalie passed it to you to talk about the 5th generation history. I'm a big history buff. I really love hearing about those family stories, those intergenerational stories, and the rite of passage for generation to generational farm. So tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah. So my name's Clayton Koopman, Natalie's husband, and kind of her arm candy, in these types of deals. She uses me for the advertising in the beef business and the muscle.
This is true. He's in a lot of reels.
Do all the manual labor too. Don't forget that part. My family, they originally homesteaded in Dublin, California in the 1870s, and then moved over to a little town called Sunol, where we're at now, in 1918, and bought the ranch there. And so I'm the 5th generation, and my family still runs cows there on the home ranch. And then Natalie and I actually lease about 6,000 or 7,000 acres and operate kind of separate. We still help the family and work together, but we operate and run our own cattle on leased ground as well. The family, I guess it's probably a story similar to a lot of ranches in California. There's been a lot of struggles to hold on to it over the years and through multiple generations, and particularly in the Bay Area. So I feel pretty fortunate to have had the opportunity to grow up on a ranch, and have the opportunity to raise my 2 boys on the ranch there too. So
I want you to speak to your specific family after that, and what do you see for your boys in the future? Because you have 2 boys.
Yeah, they're little feral ranch kids. They're 5 and 3 years old, and you wouldn't want them in your house. They're good outside, but they're not good indoors.
If you have anything nice, they would destroy it.
Okay.
That's a ranch family for you.
Yeah. So the home ranch there, it originally started out as a dairy, and they milked cows there. We dry land farmed some hay and had a walnut orchard up until the 1980s. They transitioned from the dairy into a straight Hereford cow herd for quite a number of years, and then my dad went off to college, UNR graduate, and what he learned at college was it's good to crossbreed cows, and I fully agree with that. I love a good black baldy cow, a Hereford Angus cross. I mean, you can't beat that. But
Why is Natalie laughing? Laughing?
We're going
And I love my father to death. But his plan was to crossbreed the Herefords with some Charolais and with some milking Shorthorns. So we got a pretty unique,
a wide array of genetics
of red and white and everything in between mixed cattle. Great cows, great mother cows. They raise great calves, but they're all red. Great quality cattle. For some reason, when I was growing up, I raised Hereford cattle for 4-H and FFA, and went through the whole gamut there. And went to college. I sold my Hereford cows, and when I got done with college, I started buying black cows. And so now we're a predominantly black baldy, cow-calf herd, and run everything with Angus bulls, and so that's kind of the direction we went. We're in some different programs as far as verifying the quality of the beef and Angus genetics. My 2 boys, I don't want to push them towards ranching. If that's not what they want to do, I'll support what they want to do. They both show a genuine interest in the livestock. They both love animals, the horses, the cattle, the dogs. One of them is just kind of the younger one. He's kind of just a rough and tumble, wants to ride everything he can get on, a goat, a bottle calf, or whatever else, and just wants to cowboy every day. He gets up to go to school and asks every morning, "Are we ranching today?"
My God.
No, buddy, you're going to daycare. Yeah, he wants to go ranching.
Daycare ranching.
Yeah, he wants to ranching every day. And the other one, he enjoys it. They both have their own horses. They got Stubby and Pac-Man, but he changed his name to Spirit, so I guess it's Stubby and Spirit.
Oh, there we go.
He looks nothing like Spirit. He's a sorrel gelding. No, they got their own horses, and they like to go out with us and gather cattle, and they definitely have an interest. So to have the opportunity to share that with them, to share the experiences we get, being out in the hills, the wildlife we get to see, bald eagles and bobcats and things like that. They have an appreciation for the wildlife and kind of the whole aspect of ranching life that comes with it. So
Are you adopting right now? I could put myself up for that. I would love to come
they're
live with
getting
you.
big enough. It's expensive to feed them, so I don't think we're adopting right now.
Not quite ready.
Not quite ready, unless you can run a fence stretcher.
I was gonna say, unless he can fix fence, he
Fix
might.
fence.
I mean, he could
I-
be some muscle
I could,
too.
I could be something. I could do something. But listen, that's the family vibe we try to sort of get out of this podcast, because a lot of operations like yours really does depend on the family, right? And so we'll come back to you because I know we spoke a little bit about the ecological significance of the beef that's being cooked right now on the screen. So Samir is
Oh, there's
is
some big
really starting the searing process on screen right now.
Oh, yeah.
Love it.
We really do cook live on the podcast, and this is something that you don't get from most other podcasts.
No,
So if
I've
you
never seen that.
even if you go on a TV show, they called you talent all day. Did they feed you like readily cooked beef?
Well, I have to admit, I'm kind of a beef connoisseur.
Okay.
And I am going to critique the heck out of this. So
Sounds good.
This sounds
We
Sounds
can
good. He's
challenge
he's a
accepted.
CIA trained chef.
All right.
And I'm not. I'm talking Culinary Institute of America. I'm not joking. The
That's,
CIA in the nutrition and food world, it's Culinary
a
Institute of
big
America.
deal.
People go, oh my god,
Look at that.
CIA. Yeah,
That
look
is
at.
beautiful.
Yeah,
Wow.
I know. Thank you,
He's so
Frost
good.
Center for Innovation.
Yeah.
Ag-
somewhat intimidating, I'm not going to
yeah,
lie.
I know, right?
no. Samir has
Sous
been.
vide'd it. Sous vide? Sous
So-
vide'd.
You're the
new. I don't
Yeah.
know. That's above my pay
Ask
grade.
Samir, it's fine.
Okay.
He'll tell us.
So
we are close to Santa Maria, though, and I noticed he's cooking on gas.
Yep, I know. We're not on an oak pit. Sorry,
we don't
buddy.
have an oak pit inside. I'm so sorry.
Sorry, buddy.
we're
Next time.
going to sneak one in at some point.
We'll work on it.
I'll just pretend I didn't see that.
Yeah, just let the
We'll go
magic
over to-
happen.
we'll go over to Bray for Burger Thursday. and
Burger Thursday.
Steal some of their.
But listen, like I mentioned before, we talked a little bit about the ecological significance of farming on the land. We'll come back to that, but I do want to wrap up the family side of things. And Zach, I'll ask you a little bit about the family
Yeah.
stuff as well.
I'm interested in the genetics he's talking about because that
With my kids or the cattle?
Where
the
did
cattle,
they're
the
both
cattle.
strong.
Yeah,
They're both strong.
genetics on both sides, right?
Natalie, what does it mean to you? How do you feel about being? You said you didn't come from a cattle background. Is that
Correct.
correct?
Yes.
How does that make you feel as a mother of two rough and tumble kids that seems like they want to ranch, a husband that's like fifth generation rancher? What does that mean for you? How do you feel about that?
Well, to be honest, it's a lot of pressure, and I feel very passionate to be able to raise my boys in this lifestyle, and so fortunate to have this opportunity. And there's a lot of traditions and different aspects to things that because I wasn't raised in that, maybe I don't even know about it and what
Yeah.
I need to be teaching. So sometimes that pressure can get to me. But I just overwhelmingly feel very fortunate that I get to raise my boys in this lifestyle. And I always joke, we always talk about, well, what do people do like when their kids are just bouncing off the walls, and where do you send them? Like
Outside.
I literally just
Go
kick my
outside.
kids outside and say, just go do something. Don't hurt yourself. Just go outside.
Be free.
You are not allowed to come in the house anymore. and I was with a group of moms the other day, and I kind of caught myself. I'm like, okay, not everybody has this opportunity. Let's reel this in a little bit. But like I said, I just feel very fortunate, and I, try and raise them to be the most wholesome and just grateful little boys. And I just hope I'm doing a good job to raise good people.
And I appreciate that. And, I didn't come from clearly I didn't come from a Western lifestyle, but I was baptized into it. And I understand how the family values are instilled generation after generation. And I know that it sounds like that's important for you as well, both of you as parents. I'm going to transition to Zach. Zach, you said you were interested in the genetic.
Yeah. Genetics of the cattle. Just
Easy now. Where are
easy
we
now.
going
We're
with
not
that?
going to go too far down the road, but just to kind of speak to what Clayton's talking about, and then even really transition into your box beef business. I mean, from a cattle marketing perspective, you talked a lot about hide color, right? And it's something that a lot of consumers don't even know or understand, that the genetics of cattle can really have a profound influence on that quality beef that's on your plate. And so, your focus was primarily bringing in some Angus genetics, but still having that hybrid vigor of that kind of base of your cows. Can you talk a little bit about like your goal, and just from knowing you guys and talking to your family, you know, you want your cows to work for you. You want them to go and be able to work out in those hills and produce a high quality product, and also have that ecological benefit of grazing. So that genetics side is a really important part of our industry that a lot of consumers don't really understand how focused we are on that. So can you talk a little bit about that? Really, both of you.
Yeah, I'll take a quick stab at it. I mean, there's two sides
And then
to
I'll
it.
add to
I
it.
learned this in biology, and some may not agree with me or not, but there is a male, that's the bull, and there's a female, that's the cow, and then the calves, they each get about 50% of the genetics. You know.
Right.
Anyway, so you need to start with a good female cow herd. Generally something that's adapted to the climate and the region that we're in, and good traits, whether they're carcass traits, maternal traits, and milk. So we've got a really good cow herd base, and we select some pretty high quality bulls that we use, all Angus bulls. And we do a couple different things. We've got some broodier, kind of higher end, maternal trait cows that we will breed to bulls with some higher maternal traits to try and get replacement heifers to continue to build our herd.
Right.
And then the remainder of the cows, we focus on bulls that have a higher carcass merit. And so those tend to be the cattle that would go into the feed program. They're going to demonstrate, higher marbling, higher carcass traits, and a higher end, better product for our consumer. So we do a couple different things and look at a couple different, genetic variances when we're selecting bulls.
Yeah.
So one thing that I have found that's been really interesting with the box beef program is being able to see those genetics all the way through.
Right.
And
that's what's special about having that box beef business is you can see the product all the way through
Exactly.
the entire system.
Yeah.
So you're finishing on grass, correct?
No, so we
Or
grain,
you're grain feeding
yeah,
them?
we
Cool.
grain finish them. And
On
but-
farm though.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah. And so, but what's been really interesting is we had a certain set of calves that were from a certain bull, and they marbled decently and they finished pretty well. They gained really well, but there was just some aspects like the ribeye area wasn't that big, and so there were different things that we could kind of focus on to improve. And then we pulled calves from another field that we put a really high carcass value bull in, and it's pretty incredible to see those genetics from that decision that you make purchasing a bull to the finished product
Yeah.
and what you're being able to sell, and then be able to tell that story all the way through, for me has been really impactful.
I'm going to invite you back here, and you're going to bring different cuts of meat so we can put it on that and see how that finishes out. From the communication side, I know the ag industry has a lot to deal with politically. There are a lot of policies that you have to manage. Socially, you have to manage the perception of what ag does to land. And I wanted to touch on that because Clayton had mentioned there is some ecological significance, some sustainability significance to having, cattle on land. Could you speak to that a little bit? Tell us what that means.
Yeah, I think, operating where we do close to the Bay Area, we have a unique opportunity to share our story. We try to be really transparent. There's a pretty strong disconnect between the consumer and livestock producers that's happened over time. You talk to people and ask them where their meat comes from or their milk comes from, and it's always the grocery store.
Yeah.
It's not, they don't know anything beyond that point. So we have an opportunity to share our story with them. And there's a lot of, and social media is, I think, to blame for a lot of it. But there's a preconception that grazing is bad for the environment. And, that couldn't be the furthest thing from the truth. A well-managed livestock grazing operation provides a multitude of ecological benefits to the landscape and enhances habitat for, special status, threatened and endangered wildlife species. On some of our leases in particular, we graze and manage grasslands and manage habitat through grazing for the California red-legged frog, the California tiger salamander, Calipe silver spot butterfly. There's a number of other species that we manage for. Raptors, we've got multiple pairs of nesting golden eagles and bald eagles on our home ranch.
Yeah.
So it's something that we strive to do. if you take care of the land, it's going to take care of you. And my family's been ranching on the home ranch there for 100 years, and to me,
Gotta
when
be
you
doing
see
something right.
we're doing something right. When you see the number of species that we have on the ranch, and we continue to raise a good quality beef product in harmony with the landscape, I think that says something. And we host a lot of field trips every year. We bring college classes out and some grade school classes, and we'll show them the ranch and kind of tell our story and how we manage things. And it's well received. And I think it's important to share that story with people that haven't experienced it, because they're going to go home and share that story with their friends or with their parents, so you can try and reach as many people as possible, and hopefully they spread the word. That's my part, advocating for the industry and for what we do.
And Zach, as the beef professional on campus, how does that translate?
Yeah, I think, for me, when I see what y'all do, because I'm not a big social media person either, I think there's a lot of power that we can take back in the ranching community through social media. And, this next generation has been pretty excellent at that. I mean, I follow your family members. I follow what y'all do with your box beef business, and that's really integrated in everything you do, is that rangeland management. And I can be a testament. I mean, you have an open door policy on your ranch to anyone and everyone. I think that's really special. Your dad, same thing, right? It's generational that you have that mindset of that open door, transparent policy. And I think it's just a testament and a showcase to what the ranching community is all about. So for me personally, it's cool to see you taking this leap even on something like this, right? And not to throw Clayton under the bus here, but I mean, Clayton's been involved in a lot of communication efforts in California ranching, but just the ranching community in general. You've been on a documentary. He's been on several podcasts. He's on
Don't forget the Beef
commercial?
Council
the Beef
commercial.
Council commercials
Yeah,
that
yeah,
air
yeah.
in Sacramento. Apparently, they just started on San Luis Obispo County networks.
I
Because
don't
I
know
saw
if
him
it's
the
my
other
natural
day.
charm or good looks, but the camera always seems to find me.
How do you live in that house now?
I don't know.
you send him outdoors with the boys?
Yeah,
Is that what?
exactly.
I will say, and
He is the
this is a credit
spokesperson.
to academia, whether it's UC Davis where I went, whether it's Cal Poly. There's been a lot of research over the last 20 to 25 years that really demonstrates some of these ecological benefits on rangelands through grazing. Protecting soils, enhancing soils, protecting water quality. And I think as producers, we really do a great job sharing our message, but we tend to share it amongst ourselves. And I think we had this conversation earlier.
Yeah,
And,
on the way in.
we need to find a way to broaden our horizons and to share that message with the consumers and with the general public,
Yeah.
because there's a lot of value there and an important message I think we need to get out. And I think maybe this podcast is a good place to start, and I think that's kind of the direction you're trying to go with this.
Yeah, for sure. And from what I'm hearing, you've set some foundational standards for us. You've been all here, there, and everywhere. Me and Zach are just trying to follow in your footsteps. I'm trying to get.
Good luck, 'cause I run barefoot.
And you talked about getting the messages out to the consumer. I want to transition back to Natalie here and talk a little bit about that box beef business. Is that how to say that?
Yeah.
Direct marketing,
There you
direct to
go.
consumer marketing. We love it.
And again, you're in the Bay Area. That's a big city area. You have a lot of access to urban lifestyle,
Yes.
restaurants, etc. And you're still able to ship to the lower 48.
Yes.
Talk about the Bay Area market, what that's doing for you, and
Oh,
then we
yeah.
could talk about the lower 48.
Absolutely. No. So being where we're at, so we're in the East Bay, and honestly, it's been incredible to see the acceptance. Ooh, sorry.
It's just a plate.
Okay.
Don't you worry.
That's why I
coming.
pushed it
She
like
Samir,
gets
this.
that way when she starts to
They're
get
knocking
hungry.
plates. Yeah,
She's
they're knocking
hungry.
plates.
Hungry over here.
Start breaking up.
Hangry.
Do you get hangry?
I
Oh,
got.
I do get angry.
I don't carry
Angry.
snacks in the pickup for the kids. I carry them for her.
There's half truth to that.
Yeah. It's going to be a long 3 hours home. Luckily, Samir's going to feed us, so we should be okay.
And
Perfect.
shout out to Samir.
Shout out to Samir.
Yes. For keeping me from being hangry.
If we can get her a couple glasses of wine, she might just sleep
Oh, I
away.
might
Oh,
be
yeah.
better.
we forgot the wine. There's wine in my office. I could go grab. Anyways, continue the story.
Students.
Epic fail.
Students get the wine.
So where was I? So
The Bay Area, and it's unique.
Yes, it's very unique, and it's pretty incredible to see the acceptance of the consumers in the area. So I think the first point of contact has been with the outreach with the farmers markets, and people love to see us there. And I was a little hesitant in the beginning.
Yeah,
and
I can
but they
imagine.
but honestly, like they have really good, honest questions, and they just truly don't know. And,
Right.
We're seeing more of a movement of people wanting to know where their food comes from and buying local. And I am a very big proponent of still preaching that any beef that you buy, whether it's from the grocery store, from me, or anywhere else, is still safe. You are buying a safe, quality
Wholesome,
product.
yeah.
And
Grass-fed, grain-fed. There's room for all types of beef in the market.
All
Yeah.
those can fit, okay?
Exactly. Yeah.
Just saying.
And it's funny
Just saying.
because especially in the Bay Area, there is enough customers for all of us. There's quite a few different companies that, sell direct to consumer. And, my point has always been all of us couldn't provide enough beef for every single one of these customers. So there's plenty to go around. But yeah, it's been really fun to be able to talk to people, to teach them about beef and also where it comes from. And then to step beyond the farmers markets and working with, we sell to a local cafe. I mean, we don't have a goal of being this mass producer. We are small, and that's okay. And so, but we sell our ground beef to a local cafe, and they do burgers, and they showcase us with a little sign in front, and so that's really fun. And then people can have a way of supporting us without having to buy directly from us, but they feel connected to their meat at the same time. And then actually in the last 2 months, I have seen an overwhelming surge in wanting like whole beef and half beef. All of a sudden,
Like
people,
a whole
Wait. What does that
whole
mean?
Yeah.
On social
new-
media, people are talking about that. They're like, I bought a quarter
Yeah.
cow. Is that if that's the right terminology?
Yeah,
You're
that's
like,
exactly right.
Like
Or a
quarter.
half cow, and then they're like, look at all this ground beef I got, and I'm like, I want to do that, but I don't have the space.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's okay. They sell a freezer at Costco. It's like $300. Yeah, it's perfect.
Tell you what,
Okay.
you buy a whole
Yours.
beef, I'll throw a freezer in with it.
I don't
Look,
know how
there
I
you
go
go.
through it all. I mean, it's
She's supposed to be the
honestly-
salesman.
Yeah.
Saleswoman.
You got me for my
share
information. For my information, let's suppose I wanted a quarter of a cow. What would that cost me?
So everybody is going to price theirs differently. I try and make it as simple as possible for my customers. So my quarter beef is $1,500. That includes cut and wrap and
That's a pretty good deal for
All
like
the
cutting
fees.
and wrapping and
Yeah.
all the fees.
it basically comes out to like $10 a pound. So if you think about it, you're buying a ribeye for
Yeah.
$40 a pound, or you're buying your ground beef and every single cut for $10.
Right.
And you got to remember, you get what you pay for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, we take
a
great
steal,
pride in
Natalie.
feeding our cattle out and providing the highest quality product we can to our consumers.
We just want to show our viewers what Samir is doing. He's prepping us on the back end with some really great stuff. I could see the dusting of what looks like mushroom, not psychedelic in any way.
I'm so excited for this.
His
No-
truffle,
no mushrooms,
his
just
truffle
truffles.
mushrooms.
Let's just get excited
Can
a
we
little
move
bit.
our camera over there?
Oh, it
that-
doesn't. I don't think it goes all the way over here. Sorry.
So we don't-
We're
Oh,
on
that's
the
a bummer.
station.
We're still working on getting fully integrated into this room. There are about 6 cameras in this room, but we have to be careful about what we tap into right now.
Yeah.
But we're working on it. We have
Learn
permission.
by doing.
We've got learn by doing.
Yeah,
We're
learn by-
trying.
Learn by eating in a
This
second.
really is
Yeah.
the CIA. There's
Yeah.
cameras everywhere.
Every-
Yeah, I know. I know. Where did you
Kinda
come?
creeping
me
out now.
Culinary Institute of America. Shout out.
Samir can talk
Shout
about
out to Samir.
Because one time I said that, somebody, I was like, he's a CIA trained chef. Like, and they went, no. Culinary Institute of America. Okay, like it's not what you think it is.
So you
Central
talked about your a quarter of a cow will run you about $1,500. You're throwing in a freezer for free for that $1,500.
For a whole beef.
For a
I'll throw
whole-
it.
whole-
for a whole-
whole
not
beef.
a
All right,
quarter.
okay, all right. We'll edit that out.
Yeah,
And
get
so
it right.
you do have a really good customer base in the Bay Area.
Mm-hmm.
The lower 48, how did that happen? Like, what proliferated for you to be
Social
able to...
media. I
Social
know
media.
100%.
And you know, I
Going
can't,
viral.
I can't express
It's
how
true.
how much that connects you directly to consumers everywhere on the planet. So talk about that journey a
Yeah.
little bit.
So when we started, to be able to ship across the country, you have to be USDA certified. So we make sure that all of our beef that's processed goes through a USDA inspected
facility.
plant.
Gotcha.
And so that gave us the ability to be able to ship anywhere. And so we started that way from the very beginning, and we've been able to ship all over, and it's been literally, it took off because of a viral reel that I made in probably 30 seconds on Instagram, and our followers grew from like 5,000 to 17,000
Oh my God.
in, I don't know, a couple of days. So it was pretty incredible to watch that happen. But yeah, it's the power of social media.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'm going to pause
it's
on that for a
wild.
second. Zach, we at Cal Poly have the only USDA certified processing on a college campus?
No, there's a few that have.
Okay.
But we do have that opportunity here to have a USDA certified facility. It's a teaching focused, but at least, it's been cool to see the students learn all of the aspects that go into harvest, right? So we have students in animal science and really every major take our meat science course. It's actually required in our animal science curriculum, which is unique.
pretty neat, yeah.
Meat science as a required course and a core requirement in our curriculum.
I think that's really
Yeah, we think it's super important, whether you're, whatever your dietary preference, at least learning how this process works. And you don't even have to be a part of it, but at least seeing it. And we have all glass. And so it's kind of a cool opportunity to see really every livestock species. We even have the ability to process poultry. We have two different sides, right? So for those that don't know, the poultry side has to have a separate cleaning process, and there's typically a different segment of the plant that has to be used.
That's how it is at my house too. I don't let chicken touch my beef.
Zero.
grill. That's right.
We're all about that beef.
That's right.
I heard that.
You heard
I heard it.
Sprinkle that in there. Cha-ching.
But
That's what I'm here for.
the point of me bringing that up is that, Natalie could ship to everywhere on the planet.
Yeah.
Can
no,
you?
just-
What are we doing
just
at Cal?
The lower 48. The lower 48.
She's working on Europe next, right? Is that the new frontier?
Canada,
Canada.
Mexico, Hawaii, Alaska.
So, Natalie, about that journey into the lower 48, I don't know if you could share this data. I'm going to ask it anyway. Your biggest clients in other states, what does that look like? Top 3, top 5 bigger states as clients?
So to be honest, the biggest clients in other states is because they moved out of California.
Oh.
And so they have a loyalty to us,
Smart.
and they have
Smart.
they have stayed with us, and even chose to have our meat shipped all the way to their new home. But honestly, I would say predominantly we stay in California. Behind that would be Arizona, and next there's a few in Texas, and then
Idaho,
We
probably.
did
Yeah.
Illinois. We did Illinois.
we did Illinois, we did New York.
Oh.
Wow.
Today we did South Carolina. So yeah.
What was
That's
the
a-
most surprising state? Sorry.
No, you're good.
New York
Family.
was definitely the most surprising state.
York?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
New York.
Does the whole family get into building those boxes? You get Clayton
Do you get your feral children to be like,
package everything.
They don't get sharp objects like knives
oh,
and scissors
yes. Okay,
for
no.
our
yeah,
safety.
yes,
Yeah.
I understand.
I have
will
a
admit,
helper.
I try and avoid the packaging area as much as possible, but when she's out of town traveling, I have had to pack boxes and ship them. And it takes me probably 45 minutes to tape a box, and I'll watch her do it in about 5. I got tape wrapped around, handcuffed around both arms and everything else. I'm just glad nobody's there to see it.
Yeah.
He's not
He's not
joking.
exaggerating.
No.
I can envision it.
Tape everywhere. Yeah.
And this,
When he told me he shipped like 5 boxes one day that I knew when I was going to be out of town, and it took him something like 4 hours to do.
Oh my gosh. I mean,
Not take that long.
you know, we have specializations in the production process, right? Like, you know, some people are made for outside and some people are made for taping boxes, and I'm not sure if I'm either of them.
yeah,
We'll leave the manual labor to him.
yeah.
So listen, I have one other point to bring up, and we could sort of integrate that into wrapping up, because Samir's going to come over here with some really
So are we
delicious
gonna
food.
eat on camera?
Yeah, for sure. It's
On
family
mic?
style. So
Yeah.
it's family style. We're going to eat
So
and
make sure
talk.
everybody hears me crunching my lettuce.
ASMR all the way.
Yeah, I want them to get the full effect, like the surround sound full effect.
And, if you're really like me, you just lean in with your nose, so you're like chewing and breathing at the same time. It's really disgusting.
It's true.
It's true.
They're either gonna love
You
it or
could
they're
go
gonna turn
viral
this thing
doing
off.
a beef ASMR, being like, "We're gonna taste.
We're gonna taste.
Steak today."
What is ASMR?
No,
I
Samir.
don't know what-
Sorry.
I don't know what
As the
acronym
media
is.
trained
Yeah.
cowboy over here, do you know what that means?
I forget what the acronym is. It's not CIA. ASMR.
Wait, yeah, y'all, what is it?
Oh, auditory sensory
Oh,
something, and they're like, "Okay, today we're going to be." Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Today we're going to be trying a ribeye roast, and there's like, and they do.
that can't be real.
It is
That would
real.
drive me crazy. I have
that
one of
would
those.
drive-
It's not a phobia, but it's a thing where it's if you hear people chewing.
People chewing.
You
You want to punch them in the mouth?
Misophonia. It's real.
Right,
That's
maybe not the
so
mouth, right in the throat.
In the throat, so they don't swallow.
Exactly.
My
All right,
wife
let
might-
us be able to swallow, because Samir's
It's a real
coming out.
thing. Those act like
Just
million.
too quiet.
You can
It's
make
real.
big bucks being an ASMR artist on.
That's not
social-
real.
It is absolutely
I-
real.
Okay,
Do you
There is
trust
this
me?
person-
I'm being so for real right now.
There is a person who went viral eating like four whole ribs, just ASMR. Chop,
And
chop,
they
chop,
make
chop,
money
chop.
from
They
this.
make
This
money
is
from
their
this.
profession.
Okay,
We
let's
picked the wrong
eat.
profession.
Yeah, we picked the wrong profession.
And so while we're
working too hard.
while Samir is going to sort of present us with this meal, it's self-service. Thank you.
Family style.
Family style.
So we've got a classic Caesar salad with garlic Parmesan croutons. Also in the Caesar salad, we have actually got space lettuce.
Space lettuce.
What is space lettuce?
Space lettuce, this is the same lettuce they grow on the International Space Station. One of our other professors Sarah Kuwahara in Bray is growing it, so she brought us some over.
I'm so excited.
Yes.
Space lettuce.
Hopefully they grow that on the
Space
American
Let us
side.
eat.
The American side of space.
Let us eat this lettuce.
Let us eat this lettuce.
Hello, and welcome to the 1, 2, 3's of Beef. I'm your host, Chelsea Flood, and today we will be talking about beef cheeks. Now, before I say anything, I want to clarify what cheeks I'm talking about. Yes, the facial area of the cow that helps it to chew. This specialty cut is also known as ox cheeks. Because the cheeks are some of the most highly used muscles in the cow, this cut of meat is incredibly tender and full of flavor if cooked properly. Point number 1. Per 3.5 ounce of beef cheeks, there is about 20 grams of protein and only 3.5 grams of fat, and this totals out to be about 117 calories. Beef cheeks are lower in calories and fat, as well as higher in protein compared to other traditional cuts of meat, making it a great lightweight alternative to other cuts. Point number 2. Because it's a highly used muscle, beef cheeks contain a good amount of connective tissue called collagen. When cooked slowly, the collagen in the muscles break down, producing an incredibly tender and succulent cut of meat. The result is a melt-in-your-mouth experience. Thus, popular preparation methods of beef cheeks include braising, pressure cooking, and slow roasting. Point number 3. Beef cheeks contain essential nutrients such as iron, zinc, and B vitamins. These vitamins and minerals are important for energy production and metabolism, immune function, and skin health, among other important roles in the body. Thanks for tuning in to the 1, 2, 3's of Beef, and enjoy the rest of this Heard That episode.
I see what you did there.
Thank you.
That's pretty good.
And as
Little
Samir's
delay.
serving, I know you also are part of another small business called Zoetis.
Oh, yes.
An international Fortune 500
Yeah, far
company.
from small. Yep.
Tell us a little bit about that experience. What does that do?
Yeah, so I am a beef rep for Zoetis, and basically I cover Central Southern California, Arizona, and Hawaii as part of my territory, and I get the privilege of working with producers and help educating them about different products that we carry, so whether it's vaccines, parasiticides, and different areas to help their herds stay healthy and thrive.
Yeah, absolutely. And so, again, back to the communication side of things, what can you say to any of our viewers / listeners to reassure them that, companies like these are really seeking the interest of the animal to ensure that they are healthy? And before we get into that, Samir's going to present the main part of the course.
All right, so what we've got here is we've got a sous vide style boneless ribeye that I grilled to finish, and we put it's a truffle roasted bone marrow butter.
Wow, I'm so excited.
Yeah.
I don't even think I got all of that, but
dish up, Natalie.
Yes.
Wait, I gotta take a picture of this for my social
yeah, do it for the
media.
gram. Do it for the
I
gram.
was
Do it
kind
for
of
the
thinking the same thing.
No, do it.
Look at the meat. It has that special butter
Make-
on it.
Make sure and tag us in there.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Clayton and I are like, can I just eat
Just
now?
I'm eating potatoes with my fingers. Hey, this little boy can cook. That's no joke. I mean, hey, that's some good
CIA
stuff.
trained.
He is CIA trained. Compliments to the chef,
Yes.
Dr. Samir Amin.
It amazes me every time. He looks like he's doing nothing, then he does something for 5 minutes, and then something comes out and it's
Something
amazing.
magical.
Yeah,
It's
magical.
I
unbelievable.
do that with dino nuggies in the microwave. My kids think
I
it's
bet
magic.
the feral children love it.
They love their
Yes, they
dino
do.
nuggies.
Ranch kids.
Please
Dino
go for it,
nuggies,
please.
yeah.
Yeah, Natalie.
Yeah.
Guests of honor, you get
Guests
to
of
dish up your
honor.
beef.
Excited.
Beautiful beef
Beautiful, beautiful beef. It looks so
with
yummy.
the special butter on it. I tried it. It's good. It's really good.
It's like,
Yeah. Oh yeah. Get a big chunk of
I need
that.
a big chunk.
Yeah, get in there.
I have all my customers that buy marrow all the time and tell me how they cook it, and I've never tried it, so I'm very excited.
Yeah.
here you
First
go.
Not only does she sell beef, she melts down the fat and makes tallow and makes candles and hand lotion and stuff like that.
Cool.
Wait,
Natalie.
no.
It's cool. It's cool.
Yeah,
man.
that is cool.
It's like-
Serious?
it's
That's
like Little
also
House on the
viral
Prairie,
us.
like Little House on the Prairie stuff.
That's-
It's legit, like survival skills.
I've seen that on
The
TikTok too.
The
Yeah,
problem
it's
is
cool.
when she does it in the house, and it
Stinks.
stinks.
It
Oh
stinks.
boy. Please go ahead.
Oh, man.
Smell it halfway down the driveway when I'm coming home.
I didn't
So
know that.
barnyardy.
So you've got like the whole, literally pasture to plate in your house.
I try. I really just find something that I want to challenge myself with, and then
Yeah.
I run with it. So.
Well, and it's cool to see you like, Moses was kind of playing on this. Your connection to the industry is multifaceted. You know, like your hat where you're wearing for Zoetis, you've got that direct connection with producers. And then you've also got, your box beef business where you're connecting with consumers. It's really special.
Yeah, and it's something that I definitely don't take for granted. I am, I appreciate my Zoetis career very, very much, and the people that I get to meet throughout it, because honestly, it probably brought me this connection right
It
here.
did. It really did.
And
just said it
it is, I feel very fortunate to work for a company that supports producers, veterinarians, and has so many different levels of care for our, not only animals, but our beef industry. And it's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
So there's a very popular podcast. Thank you, Natalie. There's a very popular podcast called Drink Champs. Maybe we could name this Beef Champs. And we just eat beef all the time.
There you go.
Please go ahead. You could start eating. I'm just going to talk through this part of the process. The biggest part of this podcast is us understanding from the industry perspective how the beef industry influences the rest of agriculture, as well as how the consumer is supposed to perceive agriculture, specifically the beef industry. And I think what you've presented today was multifaceted. First of all, the family connection. That always touches my heart. Having 2 feral children is my dream. I'm not sure if I should be dreaming for that, but it sounds like it's a good deal. The sustainability element of it was something that I didn't really consider. I haven't really considered. I haven't heard too many beef producers talk much about it, but it sounds like it's a valuable part of what the industry represents and what the industry brings to the environmental side of agriculture. And it's not just about taking away from the environment in terms of production agriculture, but it also preserves, right?
I'd say preserves and enhances, yeah.
Preserves and enhances?
My goal as a producer is to leave the landscape in a better condition than I found it, for my kids and for generations to come. I'm going to run cattle there, and it's a business. I need to make a profit, but at the same time, I want to leave that land in better condition than when I started. And I think that's a similar message you'll find with most producers throughout the state, and I think throughout the country.
Yeah, and I think we're starting to tell that story a little bit more, to be honest. It's maybe not getting out to the general public yet, but I think we're starting to do a better job. Because, like, for me, and Clayton and I keep joking, like, social media is not my favorite thing, but whether we like it or not, engaging with our consumers is so important, and trying to find a way to be a better communicator in the ranching community, I think, is a really important facet of what we need to be doing moving forward.
And one aspect of, I think, what makes our operation unique is that we do run in a lot of parks, and it's definitely
like state parks,
like county parks,
County and regional parks, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And being able to bring that connection, not only I think Clayton does a really good job being able to work with everybody in the organizations, but when people go out hiking for just on their Saturday, they want to go out and get some exercise, and then they're walking next to cattle right there. And, they could see that that's playing into all aspects of being in nature. You can...
Yeah, that open space has multiple uses. Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely.
Well, there's a lot that goes into it. I mean, it's a science-based, approach with the management plan and objectives that we need to meet. And there's a lot that goes into managing the cattle, but I consider myself more of a grass manager than a cattle manager. It's easier to keep the cows alive, I think, than it is to get grass to grow most of the time, particularly in California. But yeah, operating in the parks and open space areas it presents a lot of challenges, but I have calls weekly of cattle being out because somebody left a gate open, and things like that. Which drive you up a wall. It's usually when I'm on my way out of town or I sit down to eat dinner.
It's always
of course.
But I think it also presents a unique opportunity because we handle most of our cattle horseback, and we have working dogs. And so when we're out there moving cattle around and people come up to you, whether it's an adult or a little kid, they're, I didn't. Are you a real cowboy? I didn't know there's real cowboys around. And you take the time, and most of the time my dogs have a bunch of cattle held up somewhere, and I'm trying to get to them, and somebody wants to stop and talk, but I'll take the time to stop and answer their questions, and I think that's it's a great opportunity again to share our story, and it's I value that opportunity to do that, and I think it's an important component to kind of a multi-use landscape that you're seeing more and more of throughout the state, and I think. That's an important story.
Natalie, Clayton, it was so great to have you on the podcast today. I hope you enjoy the rest of the meal. This has been another episode of the Heard That podcast. We will see you next time with another great cut of beef.
Heard that.
Heard that.
Shake and bake.
A little postscript moment. I just appreciate that Clayton brought out his pocket knife, and I feel like I should break out mine, but it's a little bit.
More danger.
It's no. It's a little bit dirty.
I wiped the dry blood off on my pants.
Yeah, you wiped it.
It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine.
It's authentic.
Don't tell anybody that I brought a pocket knife.
Heard That was created by Zach McFarlane and Moses Mack. Producers for the show included Moses Mack, Zach McFarlane, Samir Amin, and Anna Khan. Guests from today's episode included Clayton and Natalie Koopman, Samir Amin was the head chef and was supported by sous chef Jack Madden. Dr. McFarland is the resident faculty industry expert and guest coordinator. Digital production for the show was led by Moses Mike, who also hosted the show. Heard That was also created with the assistance of students from the AGC 290 Enterprise class who helped with direction, technical assistance, and editing. These students included Andrew Angulo, Chelsea Flood, Bella Anushian, Melissa Frago, Natalie Victorine, Yuri Ramirez, Jillian Schwang, Riley Lopez, and Tatum Neves. The 1, 2, 3s of Beef segment was created by Moses Mike, Anna Kahn, and Chelsea Flood. Chelsea also presented the segment. Lead editor was Moses Mike. Heard That is a digital media collaboration involving 5 of the 9 departments in the College of Agriculture, Food, and Environmental Sciences at Cal Poly, including Food Science and Nutrition, Plant Sciences, Animal Sciences, Wine and Viticulture, and Agricultural Education and Communication. Heard That was recorded at the Aregia Family Foundation Culinary Lab at Cal Poly. These credits were read by me, Chelsea Ann.